So Taiwan isn't a country because a bunch of other countries said that it isn't one. I'm sorry, but that's just not good enough. I have a question for you. What would you do if a group of people came up to you right now and said, "Hey, you're not a human being"? And then when you ask them why, they say, "Because we said so." Well, unfortunately, that's the same ridiculous situation that Taiwan's in right now with the United Nations. Now, Taiwan is definitely a country, despite what the UN says, and there are many reasons why it is a country. For example, they have their own currency called the New Taiwan Dollar, NTD, and it doesn't have some evil dictator's face plastered all over it. They have their own passport, territory, and borders. I mean, can I go to Taiwan with a Chinese passport without a visa? I don't think so. Taiwan has its own army, navy, and air force. It has universal healthcare for all of its citizens and is in fact one of the best healthcare systems in the world. They have their own culture, language, history, festivals, religions, laws, and the list goes on and on and on. Not only does Taiwan have all of this, but they are also a very progressive society. Taiwan was the first country in Asia to make same-sex marriage legal. I'm pretty sure the Communist Party of China doesn't stand for gay rights and freedom for all. I could go on and on about how great Taiwan is and how it fits all of the criteria to be a country, and I've spoken about this very topic numerous times on this channel, but let's see how a dictionary defines what a country is. So after doing a quick Google search which gives definitions from Oxford Dictionary, and it defines a country as a nation with its own government occupying a particular territory. Is this not what Taiwan is? To make this a little bit fairer, I decided to do a search on the Chinese website Baidu for what China's definition of a country is, and this is what I got. 拥有共同的语言、文化、种族、领土、政府或者历史的社会群体。A social group that shares a common language, culture, race, territory, government, or history. So it's more or less the same as the Oxford definition of what a country is, right? And I think the most important part that I can take away from both definitions is the mention of the word government. I think that most of you can agree that a country can't really exist without its own government. And boy, Taiwan definitely has one of them. Taiwan is a multi-party democracy with democratically elected presidents and has been so since 1996, which is when I graduated from secondary school. Taiwan has a president who is elected by popular vote for a maximum of 2 4-year terms. Taiwan's form of democracy is rich and vibrant, and is possibly one of the finest examples of a democracy for any country on the entire planet. Look at how it ranks on the Freedom House website compared to other democratic countries. It looks pretty good to me. Look at how it compares to China, a country with absolutely no freedom at all. The political scene in Taiwan is divided into 2 major camps regarding cross-strait relations. That is to say, how do they feel about their relationship with Communist China? There's the Pan-Green Coalition, who are pro-Taiwanese independence. In other words, they don't want anything to do with China. The Pan-Green Coalition includes the Democratic Progressive Party, Taiwan State Building Party, Taiwan Solidarity Union, the Social Democratic Party, the Taiwan Constitution Association, and the Green Party. Then there is the Pan-Blue Coalition, who are mainly pro-unification with China. This political coalition consists of the Kuomintang, the People First Party, the New Party, the Non-Partisan Solidarity Union, and the Young China Party. Now, regardless of whether these political parties are pro-China or pro-Taiwanese independence, we can clearly see that Taiwan has an extremely complex political system which is a far cry from China and their one-party dictatorship with an unelected leader for life. I definitely do not understand why anybody in Taiwan would vote for a party which is pro-unification with China, because if China ever does take over Taiwan, then you can kiss that right to vote goodbye. Just naming all of these political parties alone gives us enough of an idea of how important democracy is to the Taiwanese people. We can see that democracy is alive and well, and the people in Taiwan have the freedom to vote and to elect their leaders, which means they have the power to make a difference. And I think it's clear to see that Taiwan is, and let's use both Chinese and English dictionaries' definition, a social group that shares a common language, culture, race, territory, government, or history, a nation with its own government occupying a particular territory. Yes, Taiwan is a country. So people of Taiwan, you should all be really proud of the country that you've created. It's one of the most impressive countries I've ever had the pleasure of visiting. Trust me when I say this, that I have never felt safer or more comfortable in a foreign country than I have when I lived in Taiwan, even with the horrible threat of a possible communist invasion. Please never ever let the evil government in China undermine all of your incredible achievements. They'll try to divide you, they'll try to undermine each and every great thing that you've achieved because they're afraid of everything that you represent. They hate your freedom, they hate the equality that you've created, and they hate the idea that you, the Taiwanese people, have created such a prosperous and democratic society right on their doorstep. You have proven to the despotic, authoritarian dictators of the Chinese government that their Orwellian style of government is not the only way. And for that, you have my respect, Taiwan. Thanks for watching today's video, guys. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And also, don't forget that Taiwan is a country. See you all in the next one.